Hi, this is the demo for Lab 3. I'm going to show you briefly how to simulate discrete uniform data. We'll go to Data, Simulate, and select Discrete Uniform. The number of rows is the number of values in a sample, and I've instructed you to use 100 rows. Columns is 2, that's the number of different samples we get. So here we're getting 2 samples of 100 rolls each of a single die. And for rolling a die, a 1 is the minimum value and a 6 is the maximum value. You can ignore the rest of this and click Compute. Once you have these values in your columns, you will just create histograms like usual. I want to remind you that the histogram creation is the same as we did before, and down here at the very bottom, if you'd like to view your histograms side by side, you can view the 2 histograms with 1 row and 2 columns per page, and that allows you to get a side-by-side comparison. Once you click Compute, you'll be able to view your histograms. I'll skip the rest of that for now as we've done histograms before. The next thing you need to know is how to build an expression to represent the sum in the third column. So we're going to calculate the sum of these 2 dice. So if I roll a 3 and a 3, my sum column should indicate a 6. So we'll go to Data, Compute, Expression, and what we need to do is build an expression. And when I build my expression, if I want to select a column, I double click and then I say plus because I want to add these together, and then double click again. And so I have my full expression here indicating the sum of my 2 columns here. You should have discrete uniform 1 and discrete uniform 2. Be careful that you select both the columns instead of double clicking the same one twice. So we'll say OK, and now to name your column, sum should be the name, and compute. And so what we see here is the dice roll with 3 and 3 comes out to a sum of 6, 4 and 2 a sum of 6, 6 and 4 a sum of 10, and so on. Now again, you'll create a histogram. This time it'll only be a single histogram of the third column. But again, graph, histogram, select your sum column, and so on and so forth. We've done that before, so I'll skip that. So that's about it for the instructions for StatCrunch. Please don't forget to answer the questions in the assignment. In the lab assignment, there are some questions that you need to answer about your data, your simulation, and your histograms. So I think that's about it. If you have questions, then please ask.